Wow. 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 Welcome to Hot and Rich, a show about freaking celebrities. I'm your host, Kate Raft. It is Friday, April 2nd. Yeah. And it's a beautiful day to be alive. I think. You know, why not?
So they say.
So that's Jack. We call him the nerdy husband.
I'm reading a Star Wars book.
The door behind me keeps creaking open and closed, and it's like there's like a ghost in here with us.
I'm reading a Star Wars book called Darth Bane and the Path of Destruction.
That's really what you sound like most of the time.
I'm reading a Star Wars book.
You know what we do here on Hot and Rich? Every Friday, we celebrate a national holiday called being horny. And today's no exception. Happy Horny Friday, everybody. We call it Horny Friday here on the show. I usually have a Horny Friday beverage. And I didn't have time to make one today. So I'm going to make it on the air. Once again, it's going to be... I've got a cup of ice right here. Do you see the ice? Do you hear it? Podcast listeners, do you hear the ice?
Keyboard.
Okay, I've got this goblet here with ice. This is now a mixology show where we talk about cocktails. This is not a show about celebrities. It's a show about beverages. Okay, I've got some Espolón tequila, which has been sitting on my desk all week, and I look like an alcoholic because I just forgot to put it away when I did Horny Friday last week. So I'm pouring, just a little, what is this? 1 ounce. Is that an ounce? Yeah, I'm pouring an ounce in, right? That's an ounce. Okay. What do you do? Two shots in it or one? I'm going to do half. 1.5? I don't know. 1.5 ounces of tequila. I have a measuring cup. I have a shot glass. It's a measuring cup. It's pretty freaking cool if you ask me. Okay, and then I've got some margarita mix left over from last week. Nice and chilled. Now, here's the issue. I've realized that I don't have anything to stir the cocktail with. There's nothing to stir it with. Is it unsanitary for me to stir it with, like, some of my office supplies that I have on my desk?
That could be fun.
Is that unsanitary? Use your finger. This is disgusting, this finger. You don't know where this finger's been. I'll tell you, it's been up my butt, up my nose.
Ew, no.
Up my armpits.
Oh, no.
Up my pee-pee hole. Not the other one, but the specifically the pee-pee one. There's 2 different holes, right? I never properly learned the holes, and I'm still kind of figuring out the holes. I don't fully know the holes. I know I should know the holes, and I've looked at down there a lot. I've looked at my private parts a lot, but I couldn't tell you the hole situation. I have never learned the holes. They try not to teach you the holes. And I went my whole life not knowing what all the holes were. I think maybe one's for peeing. Sounds right. Usually there's 1 hole for peeing, 1 hole for pooping, and then sometimes there's a 3rd hole. I don't know. That's all I got. Anyway, happy Hole Friday. I'm gonna start with my pinky.
Ew, that's just got duty in it now. And poo-poo and armpit juice.
It's not mixed enough, but we're going to drink it anyway.
Oh, it's filled with poo-poo. Oh, no.
Cheers to all of you. Cheers to you in the chat. If you want to join our little community and send pictures of your Horny Friday beverages, hop into the chat and press !Discord. You can join our Discord or... go to the link in the show notes. Okay, cheers. Doesn't taste... I think the bottom's going to be all tequila. Because I just got a sip and it tasted like all margarita mix. So This isn't going to go well, I don't think. Okay. Little personal news. My dog had surgery this week. It was very stressful. I've had a very stressful week. My daughter is my world. She is just everything to me. Perfect little angel. Her name is Kenny. We love Kenny. She's just a gorgeous little dog. And the people in the chat, of course, are sending Kenny emotes. And if that's something you wonder about, we do the show live on Twitch every Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific, twitch.tv/hotandrich. So come and join the live show. You can also send Kenny emotes. You know, that's one of the bonuses. But yeah, Kenny, so she had like a little tumor. It's like a whole thing. She has something called a mast cell tumor, and she had to get it fully removed. It's not a benign tumor. It's like a bad tumor. But we now have to get that tested to see if it's a low grade or high grade. And if it's high grade, it's not good. But if it's low grade, then she's probably fine and doesn't need any more treatment. Chances are it's low grade. I don't know, do you want to hear about all this? It's just all I can think about because it's truly my daughter, and I did famously give birth to her, which actually happened out of one of my holes. Bringing it back to the holes.
Not the one you'd expect.
Yeah,
Kenny
the birthing.
Came out of her nose.
The birthing hole. The one that gets ripped open. Just shredded up.
Not all the time. Sometimes babies are very, very kind, and they just come out at a very normal level, and they say, "You're welcome, mommy."
I don't know. In my mind, like every birth, it's like putting your hole in a shredder. That's what it feels like when I hear about birth. It sounds like dipping that hole in a shredder. I have a shredder, and I have never used it. I panicked because I got my identity stolen, and I panicked, and I was like, Jack, buy a shredder. And then I was going to start shredding all my mail so that no one could steal my identity again. Can it even happen twice? Anyway, I just have this shredder that's sitting in the corner of my office. It's literally still has the sticker on it that comes when you first buy it. Maybe I'll make confetti one day. That'll be fun.
You know who's scary is the Ninja Turtles villain, Shredder.
Right.
Scary guy. I hope that he never gets one over on the Ninja Turtles there.
Yep. This tastes like pure
guy.
margarita mix. The tequila is sitting right at the bottom, not mixed in with the rest of it at all.
You should use the middle finger, the longest of all fingers, to stir it.
Oh, you don't want to know where this has been.
You use the pinky, the shortest of all fingers.
If you think the pinky is nasty, you're never going to believe where the middle finger has been.
I don't even want to know.
You don't even want to know. Let's
I don't
just
even
say
want to know.
I'm sticking this thing everywhere.
I don't even want to know.
I'm sticking where the sun don't shine. All right. Let me see. No.
The dark side of the moon?
Should I use these scissors? Alcohol is sterile.
Wait a minute.
What? Oh my God. He's not. He's not going to get me something to stir my drink with. No, he's not. He doesn't have to do that. This is my mistake. Wow. He really is the husband of the year.
Look at this. Got myself a straw for my water.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine if that was real? No, he gave me the straw. Don't worry. Oh my God. Ah, nice and perfectly mixed. Okay. So yeah, my dog got surgery. What else? My dog got surgery. That's it. It's Horny Friday. Let's just get into the news. Shall we? Shall we?
Yes, we shall.
What'd you say?
We shall.
We shall. That's.
We shall.
What is that? We shall, right?
We shall.
Okay. Oops. Not yet. Oh my God, I'm a mess. All
We
right.
shall.
We shall? That's how
We
you
shall.
talk?
We shall.
We shall get started.
We shall.
Okay. All right.
We shall.
First topic of the day. We've got to talk about Jen Shah.
Shah-rrested.
She's been Shah-rrested.
Something going wrong there?
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, Jen Shah from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City was literally arrested this week because she's allegedly like a big time scammer, and it's actually really fucking crazy. She like scammed elderly people in with like all these different businesses, allegedly. But like it's really bad, and the funniest part is that she got arrested while like fully like having this hair, like box braids. I mean, it's just, I mean, she smells like hospital. She smells like hospital, and she got Shaw arrested. That's just what happened. It's a lot. If you don't watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, you probably don't care at all. But if you do, you probably care a lot. And I'm someone that falls in that latter category. Okay, so she and her first assistant, by the way, she has 8 assistants.
Jeez.
I swear to God, this fucking Jen Shah lady, like, wanted to be rich, and so she made up all these scams, and then was like, I must be on reality TV, and she was like, very like hashtag girl boss, and like had 8 assistants and a squad that she like paid to be her friend, like paid all these people to be friends with her, and it's like no one could figure out what she did for money. And she was like, oh, just marketing, telemarketing. Yeah, telemarketing. And I'm like, okay, like, I'm fully not surprised that this was a total scam. Like, you suck majorly. I'm so happy that girl boss culture is like, what is it called when a thing sets itself on fire? Self-immolating? What?
Self-immolating.
Immolating.
Yeah.
Self-immolating. Love to see it. I worry about Coach Shaw because he's we love Coach Shaw, her husband, assistant coach of some fucking Utah college. Self-immolating. Hey, that's a new word for me. So she and her first assistant, Stuart Smith. Do you think he's related to Joseph Smith?
The Mormon prophet?
Is every Mormon named Smith?
No.
I know at least like 2.
You know, I have a little Mormon-related bit of information.
What?
I'm reading all of the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, and surprisingly, the first book of Sherlock Holmes, A Study in Scarlet, or a Scarlet Study, a Study in Scarlet, has a long detour about the Mormons, and Brigham Young himself appears as a villainous character in the first book of Sherlock Holmes, and his trusty companion, Dr. John Watson.
I think it's so cool that you read books. I would love to do that one day.
People are saying no. It is 100% true, you fools.
I would love to read a book one day. Maybe I'll read Lala's book. I only read reality star memoirs. I'm like the dumbest fucking person alive. Truly just an illiterate.
Eli literally revealing himself as someone who has not read A Study in Scarlet out there, shaking my damn head.
Actually, I am reading a book right now. I'm just kind of playing dumb so that you all think I'm like hot and dumb. Because that's my brand. Okay, but I really am a terrible reader. It takes me way too long to read. Jack reads like a book every week. He literally has a new book every week. Hot and Dumb. That should be the after show for Hot and Rich. Hot and Dumb, where we like recap what happened on Hot and Rich, but we're dumb about it. I still want to read Model Land by Tyra Banks. Okay, I'm not focused. This episode sucks. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay. So Jen Shah and Stuart Smith, her first assistant, were both arrested on Tuesday. They have been charged with 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud in connection with telemarketing, through which they allegedly victimized 10 or more persons over the age of 55, which carries a maximum sentence of 30 years, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit money laundering, which carries a maximum sentence of 20 years. This is my personal opinion, but I think she's guilty. And I think she's like going to go to prison. Although maybe not. I don't know. It's like we live in a weird country where like some scams are like very legal, but they're still scams. And like other scams like are illegal, but they're still scams. Like they're everything is bad always, but like some of the bad stuff is legal and some of the bad stuff is going to get you Shah-rrested. D Pitts in the chat says she's going to get house arrest. Maybe. The best part about her getting arrested is that like once she was released, like I don't know if she posted bail or what, she literally went straight to the hair salon and her hairstylist posted pictures of her getting her hair done dyed blue for some reason. She is so funny. She literally went straight to the hair salon. Her hair by Endo, said, "Baby fresh out and had to come get laid and slayed by the silk press queen of Utah. Hashtag unarrested."
Hashtag unarrested. Wow.
Hashtag priorities. Hashtag Shaw Squad. Like, this is actually like, I kind of respect it almost. Like, she just like really like had to go get her hair done. I get it, because she was like doing some cultural appropriation, and she was like, "Oh, I'm all over the news. Like, I better have a less culturally appropriative hairdo for now." I don't respect it, but I almost respect it. There's a difference. I absolutely still have no respect for Jen Shah, but like almost. I got close to the line and I went back. Oh my God. In other reality TV news, because it's kind of like a slow news week, Jax Taylor is fucking broke. Ugh. Every time something bad happens to Jax, it's like a good thing. It's like nature healing, because he's like one of the worst people on the planet. And it's very, very funny to me that he got fired from Vanderpump Rules for being like a racist piece of shit. And now he owes $1.2 million in taxes. And this is very funny.
Whoopsie doopsie.
It's just funny. You gotta laugh. He's about to have a baby like any second now. And they were so annoying about how they bought like this $1.5 million like modern farmhouse in like Valley Village. He's gonna have to sell that. What's he gonna do? Thank God I'm not Jax Taylor. Cause what the fuck do you do? He's going on
a payment plan.
He's gonna go bankrupt. I think he's gonna declare bankruptcy.
I'm not sure if you can actually get out of IRS debt by declaring bankruptcy.
Have you ever wanted to see the tax form? Because I haven't. I don't know why, but like this is online. We have the notice of federal tax lien. So, I mean, that's something to look at. It's always funny when like celebrity gossip has like legal paperwork as a part of it. It's like one of the best parts of celebrity gossip is that there's just someone at fucking like, I don't know, TMZ whose sole job is to like find legal documents. I love that. That's amazing. That's one of the good things about being alive. That's a check and balance that I enjoy of the free press, is when celebrities have their legal documents leaked. That's a beautiful thing. Anyway, fuck you, Jax, and I hate you, even though I don't know you. I just think you kind of suck. That's all. Next in the news, Rihanna wore this hat. Man, oh man, that's quite a hat. And look at the pants. So if you're listening to the podcast, let me tell you, is a hairy, hairy, big, big hat. I don't really know how else to describe it. But the pants also are like jeans, and then at the bottom they're also very hairy. And I like this. I do. I think that we're going to be all about textures this summer. Big fashion swings. Personally, I'm going to be wearing a lot of black and white checker because, of course, my summer theme is slutty, skater, taxi cab. So I'm going to be wearing a lot of black and yellow checkers, as well as organza, because I love a textured moment. In other news, Diane Keaton wore this outfit, which is like actually so like instant classic. This is like such an amazing. She has maybe the best style, like prolifically the best style of like maybe any person, any celebrity, any actor at least. Like she's looks stunning. She has this like, you know, her beautiful natural gray hair, like flat ironed straight. And it's long. I feel like she doesn't usually have hair that long, but it's like very long. She's wearing this big, billowy, crisp, white button-down shirt, and it's shapeless, and it's just kind of floating in the wind. And then on her skinny, gorgeous, little, tiny old lady legs, she's got snakeskin boots that are stilettos, and they go all the way up to forever. They like, you don't see the end of them. Listen, is she a Woody Allen apologist? Yes. It's complicated. We can appreciate her fashion while also saying, hey, Diane, rethink that one. Rethink that thing that you say from time to time about how Woody's not a rapist, because he is definitely... In my opinion, I think he's a bad man. Put that in a box, put that box away for a second, and just look at the boots. You know what I'm saying? Like multiple thoughts can happen at once. Yes, Mira Gons in the chat says it best when she says, she may be a psycho, but she looks iconic, unfortunately. Yes. And like many things can be true at once. You know, you can look stunning, you can slay, and also have bad opinions about Woody Allen. It is... You know, people have layers. Ogres are like onions. In other news, Gigi Hadid is trying to invent yellow. And I just have to say one thing. Gigi, I invented yellow, but honestly, I like respect that she's like following my trend setting. Because, of course, I did invent yellow. And in fact, I've launched a tracksuit with trademarked skate. And if you want to steal Gigi's look that she stole from me, go to trademarkedskate.com. I designed a 2-piece tracksuit. It's bright yellow. It's my first foray into the fashion world. You all know I care deeply about fashion. So just do it. Just go to trademarkedskate.com. Buy the trademarked X Kate wrapped sweat set. This is a little plug in the middle of the episode. But yes, I will be suing Gigi Hadid because she did steal my look. And in fact, you know, I don't want to be too rude, but I think I wore it better. I don't want to be too rude, but I think I wore it better. You agree?
Yeah, I think you wore it much better.
Thank you, Jack.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, it's time for a segment we do every day on the show.
Well, I'm a New York Italian.
I'm just a Italian girl from New York.
I'm an Italian girl from New York. It's just an Italian girl from New York. The young Italian American girl from New York.
Have you been wondering what's going on with the Lady Gaga Adam Driver directed by Ridley Scott movie House of Gucci? Well, welcome to House of Gupdate, the only segment of a podcast that gives you weekly updates on the movie House of Gucci, starring Lady Gaga who happens to be an Italian girl from New York, and she's playing an Italian woman from Italy.
Wow. Isn't that something? Yeah.
Wigs. Wigs are what's up with House of Gucci this week. We've got Gaga in 3 different amazing wigs. Look at this. Look at this. She's got a wig with like a big barrette in it, kind of like a blowout, like a 90s blowout. Then she's got like a big poofy, I don't know what this is, wig. And then she's got like I don't know how to describe wigs actually. You're going to have to just click the link to the YouTube show in the show notes if you really want to see the wigs. Is it 60s? Is it 90s? It's 60s? Okay, I guess you all know more about this movie than I do. Okay, so it's 60s, not 90s. I'm sorry. It's definitely 60s. Okay, everyone is schooling me on when this movie takes place.
60s, Kate. Come on.
I just feel like
it's 60s.
Oh my God. Okay, can I just say, like, was there not a trend in the 90s of like 90s does Italy in the 60s? Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
Like, I think it's an honest mistake. Like, I feel like in the 90s, it was a trend to do Italian 60s. So, excuse me for not knowing everything, even though I'm the only podcast that has a recurring segment every week about this movie. You would think I would know what decade it takes place in. Jesus fucking Christ. Now, Seacon says 80s. Jesus Christ. I gotta figure my shit out. Well, that has been House of Gupdate.
Well, I'm a New York Italian.
I'm just a Italian girl from New York.
But I'm an Italian girl from New York. It's just an Italian girl from New York. The young Italian American girl from New York.
Okay. Now for the second iteration of one of our newer segments on the show, Loretta's Links.
Wow, Loretta's Links returns.
Loretta's Links is back, everybody. This is the segment of the show where I ask my mom, what topics do you think I should do on my podcast? And she sends me links. So this is Loretta's Links.
Loretta's Links.
My mom's name is, of course, Loretta, famously. So let's look at the text. Okay, this is the text my mom sent me. I said, what celebrity news do I need to talk about this week? And she sent me first a link to the Jen Shah thing, which I was like, okay, well, I'm already going to talk about that. And the second link she sent me was this. Kourtney Kardashian's son, Mason, says Addison Rae have sleepovers. So my mom wants me to talk about how, what is my mom insinuating here?
Mason and Addison Rae are having sleepovers there.
I think normalize adult sleepovers if it's with a fellow adult. Of course. You know what I mean? Is that weird to say? Am I canceled? I think Kourtney and Addison should have sleepovers.
Are they adults or what's going on here?
Yes, they are adults, right?
Oh, that's all fine.
Addison Rae is an adult, right? Wait, now I've got to Google it because I'm scared. What if
That
she's
little
underage?
kid. Oh wait, she and Madison. So the son is saying that the mom has a sleepover.
Yes, the son is saying that the mom has sleepovers. Okay, actually, this is kind of weird because I did just Google Addison Rae and I thought she was much older. Addison Rae is 20.
Okay.
She's 20 years old and she's having sleepovers with Kourtney, who is
40.
41. I mean, that's not crazy, but you know what, Mom, you were right about this one. It's newsworthy.
What the heck is going on around here?
I love to have sleepovers with my 20-year-old friends. I feel like this is weird. I mean, I don't think it's bad. I just think it's like, let's make a note of that. Like, okay, like very interesting. Alrighty then. Also, Mason is the source here, so we've got to consider the source. He's 11 years old. But I love when kids of celebrities like leak stuff to the press. Like Britney Spears' sons did that last year, and it was really funny. I just think it's like when you're super famous, like your kids are going to get old enough where they go on social media and like spill stuff. And I think that's very funny. And I love that Mason is the source for this Page 6 article that my mom sent me. So thanks, Mom. And then the next link my mom sent me was a New York Times article that said baseball and its fans are back. Not way, way back. I refuse to click this link. My mom was like really into baseball, and I don't know why she thought I would talk about baseball on this show. This is not a show about baseball. This is a show about
Baseball's
celebrities. Like, what the actual fuck, Mom?
Baseball's back.
Like, Mom, what are you doing? Like, don't talk about... They're embarrassing me. Talking about baseball on my show? This is not a show about baseball. Okay, you know what I call it? I call it sports ball. Jack?
And the fucking guys with the fucking the sportsmen with the blue and the sportsmen with the red. The sportsmen with the sportsmen men.
All right.
The sportsman.
Well, I'm not. That's all the baseball talk I am willing to do. It's just like mentioning that it exists. But my mom is like a huge Dodgers fan, so shout out. And then weirdly, like, and with no context, like she didn't clarify this at all. She sent me a screenshot of my own tweet. Do you see this, Jack?
That's funny.
My mom texted me a screenshot of me tweeting about, you know, my summer theme, which of course is slutty skater taxi cab. I don't know what she did. She want me to talk about that? I mean, she clarified later that I think she was like, you know what? I'm busy this week. I didn't have time to send you good links. She said, I was driving when you texted me about content for the show tonight. I really didn't pay attention because I've been super busy this week, so I don't really know what the good stories are. Life is very hectic right now. So there you go. You know what? My mom's a busy woman. Life is hectic for her. It's okay. Loretta, these were great links. Thank you for the content. I think this segment, we'll keep doing it, I think. Oh, here's the last thing my mom sent me. It's after the screenshot of my tweets, she sent me a picture of a martini glass and said, "Aren't these beautiful? I have 9." So my mom's got 9 martini glasses. Kind of, okay, weird flex, but okay. What are you going to do? Have a 9-person martini party? When are you ever going to need 9 martini glasses? I love it, though. And my mom doesn't even drink martinis. I do. Give me one. You've got 9. Just flexing about the amount of... Oh, she's watching the show. She just joined the chat. She said, from Grandma's house. That's true. Listen, everybody, my family is in the process of cleaning out my late grandmother's house. It's been very emotional for my mom. So shout out, let's all send my mom love. I have to go help my mom tomorrow to go to Lawndale and help clean out my grandma's house. My grandma, great woman, much better woman than I, for I am a piece of trash. I don't remember Grandma ever drinking, though. So why did Grandma have 9 martini glasses? Anyway, that has been Loretta's Links. Thanks for tuning in. Okay. Now for the other segment. We just do segments now. This is a show of segments. The last segment that we do every day on the show. Are Zach Braff and Florence Pugh still together? Yes, they are. And we still think they're secretly married. Ah! All right, everybody. That has been our show. Thank you so much for tuning in to Hot and Rich. I've been your host, Kate Raft. Thank you to Hog Trucker and Kate Shapiro for the theme song. Thank you to Jack for producing. Follow us at hotandrichshow.com on all the platforms. You can follow me at Kate Raft. You can support the show by sending me a tip on Venmo at Kate-Raft. And what else? You can buy merch, hotandrichshow.com. Buy the new tracksuit I designed at trademarkedskate.com. And follow us on YouTube, youtube.com/hotandrich. Rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. And we're live every Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific on twitch.tv/hotandrich. Until next time, stay hot and stay rich. Ah.